That's right, it is Friday and we are on the road exploring locations across this beautiful state of ours. And as Ashley just said, today we are checking out historic Fort Adams in Newport. So Ashley, you've made the journey there. How was the trip?
It was great. I have to tell you, I'm so excited for today's live shot. So many people have been to Fort Adams before, but they have never seen it quite like this. We're taking you a little bit of a behind the scenes tour this morning. I'm here with Rob McCormick, and he's from the Fort Adams Trust. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for having us. I'm so excited to kind of show off the fort today in a part that people haven't seen. I've been to the fort many times for different festivals and things going on here, and I said I've never even noticed. I've walked by where we are, never even noticed it. So tell us a little bit about where we are this morning right now.
Yeah, right now we're inside the east wall, which is historically where the officers and their families would have originally lived. The particular room that we're in, we believe, was the commanding officer's quarters, so the man in charge.
And you know that because why?
Due in large part, actually, because of some of the ornate plaster work that we have. That rosette up there is the largest in the fort. And generally speaking, they were given out according to rank and size of the family. So the higher ranking officers at the north end and lowers down to the south.
And I was saying, I've seen apartments worse than this. I think this is a pretty nice spot. So when you guys acquired the fort, what was the condition that this was in?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a fixer-upper. No doubt on that. For many decades, the fort was left to defend itself. And so much of the areas are this bad, and some are worse. But we've been working to restore the fort for about the last 15 years, and we've been able to raise funds and put about $10 million into its restoration.
And this is a really beautiful space we're in. You can see on some of the walls the different materials that have been used here. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so three main building materials to build the fort. We have on the exterior walls that most people are familiar with are granite. We have shale, which of course is a local material. We have brick, and then once they built that out, they put on the plaster walls and ceilings that we see in this particular room.
And this room that we're in would have been what, like a living room type of an area, or?
Yeah, would have been a living room or a den, kind of depending, I guess, if the commanding officer was a family man or a bachelor on what the actual use would have been.
Gotcha. And so we're going to try to move back a little bit into this room, and we're watching our signal because we are inside of a fort. So would this be just an extension of that room? Was it separate?
Yeah, so they would have had certainly these two rooms that we're in, also some of the adjoining rooms. One of the things I do like to point out in here is every room in this fort was designed so that it could be defended. So as you look out the windows here, you're of course looking out through rifle loopholes. If the fort came under attack, we can fire back from the commander's living room. I
noticed that when I was just kind of poking my head around here this morning, the way that you're saying the windows are kind of narrowed in on itself, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that was basically to give the defenders a good field of fire from the inside, and anybody firing back only has, a 4-inch gap to get through.
It's so cool. And about how many people were living in here?
The fort was built to hold 2,400, but rarely exceeded 1,000.
Very cool stuff. And there's a lot more coming up this morning, you guys. We have only just begun. We are going to take you inside the tunnels next, so stick with us. Back to you.
So what is a summer in Newport without a little exploring? Well, that's precisely what Ashley Erling is doing this morning over at Fort Adams. Good morning once again, Ashley.
Hey, Bren, yes, we are exploring, that is for sure, this morning. You may notice it's a little bit darker where we are right now, and that is for good reason. We are in the tunnels of Fort Adams. I'm back here with Rob. So where are we?
We're in the middle of the most complex land defenses the United States military ever built. The fort had 468 cannons. If you didn't want to go against that, you'd come in here and the enemy would try to tunnel in, and we'd be down here to defend against that.
This is so cool. We've tried to light it a little bit so people can get some sort of a sense of the depth of it. We're just in one tunnel. Explain to us a little bit more about the intricate system of what we have going on here.
Sure. There's three major systems of tunnels that all branch throughout the whole south end where we're in. Some of them are 6 feet high. Some of them get down to 4 feet high. And primarily the soldiers would be down there listening for the enemy and also running supplies and munition back and forth.
It's so cool. And we were talking a little bit about when the trust was acquired. Now, what type of condition was this area in? Did you have to do a lot of restoration down here, or was this more a little held up a little bit better?
I would say we're pretty fortunate in the tunnels. They built them well. When they constructed the tunnels, they were actually built above ground. They essentially dug trenches, built the tunnels, and then buried them. So it made a much more stable tunnel system that really we've done very little work to in the last 190 years.
Yeah, and it is solid. We can tell you because we are losing our signal in here a little bit too. So this is definitely the place you want to be. Now, I told you before we went on, I love ghosts. So I had to ask you about, I know there are ghost tours that you guys do in the fall here at Fort Adams. Would this be an area that you would include in that tour?
Certainly similar areas that we include in that tour. Yeah, our haunted house, Fortress of Nightmares, the last 3 weekends in October. A chance for anybody that's interested in that sort of story and that sort of entertainment to come out. And the fort's scary by itself at night. And we have a couple of dozen volunteers that jump out of the dark corners. It's pretty entertaining.
It is a little scary just being in here. It kind of gives you that ominous vibe a little bit, but in a cool way. I'm into it for sure. And what time period are we really talking about here of when the fort was in use?
Yeah, so it was built between 1824 and 57. It was in active use from there all the way through World War II.
And the tours that you guys do, you do tours that are also not ghost tours too. So is this part of what's included on the tour? What else can people see on the tour if they came here?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We have tours hourly. It's about an hour-long tour, a little bit more than that. And certainly this area is a highlight. We do take them into the underground tunnels, the shorter ones and the taller ones. We take you up on top of the walls and fit as many of the highlights as we can into that hour in between.
Yeah, it's so cool, you guys. And we're going to head up on top of one of the walls ourselves coming up, so stick with us. Back to you. Hey, yes, Rob and I have made our way to the top of the fort, and I have to tell you, it is truly stunning. And behind me is what would be the interior of the fort, and that's really the part that the trust is taking care of and protecting. So tell us more about what people can see that's behind me right now.
Sure. So behind us is the parade field. The parade field is about 6.5 acres large, and to give you an idea of truly how big that is for a fort, we could fit all of Fort Sumter, Fort McHenry, and Fort Ticonderoga just within the parade field.
That's incredible. I don't know that you really get how big it is here when you first walk in until you start to kind of explore. And you were telling me before we just came back on, this part is only part of what people can, is really the fort. It goes on and on and on.
Oh, absolutely. You know, the fort itself really was all that is now Fort Adams State Park. We have defenses that stretched all the way down nearly a half mile out toward the Eisenhower House. It's actually a very impressive little fort we do golf cart tours on. We call it the Lost Fortress because for so many years it was so overgrown that nobody had a chance to get in there.
That is so cool. And also over our shoulder over here, this is a part that people can't walk through, but looking at it, there's a lot of history right there.
Oh, absolutely. So this is the West Wall, and the West Wall really is the main reason this fort was built. We had 117 cannons on 3 levels defending the entire entrance into Newport Harbor and Greater Narragansett Bay.
And you were just telling us about the chimneys for all of the cannons as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, these are black powder cannons, so they do produce a lot of smoke when they fire, and the chimneys is just one of those ways to get the smoke out of the room so the men can continue to fire the guns.
So incredible. And now we're going to make our way over to what most people probably think of when they think of Newport, the scenic bridge, the overlook here. And on this side of the wall is where the Fort Adams State Park begins. Is that right?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so this is our view. We often joke that this was the reason they built this fort here. It is a truly remarkable view that we have. And so the Fort Adams Trust that I work for is a nonprofit organization that maintains, operates, and restores the fort, and we partner with the state of Rhode Island. So we are kind of right in the heart and the center of Fort Adams State Park.
Yeah, so if you have to build a fort, I mean, this really is the place to do it.
Well, it's absolutely very strategic. It's the cannons that we had here could fire over 2 miles away, and from here here to Jamestown, it's not even a mile. So anybody trying to come through was at the mercy of every one of the guns of the West Wall.
Wow, that's so incredible. And like you were saying, you know, this really isn't possible without the Fort Adams Trust. And so there are numerous fundraisers and things that go on that people can take part in to support the trust so that people can enjoy Fort Adams.
Yeah, absolutely. As we talked earlier, you know, we have daily guided tours, we do group tours, school groups, we have overnights, we do weddings, clam bakes, haunted houses, reenactments, and one of our biggest fundraisers is 4th of July, where we're actually able to have folks up here to enjoy the fireworks that take place right in front of us. You literally cannot get closer to the fireworks.
That is so incredible. I'm in next year. I'll be there for that. You guys have to come see it for yourself. It really is incredible. Back to you.